We want to solve the equation 6x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. Notice that this is a quadratic equation. It is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We're going to solve this by factoring the left-hand side. Notice that in this case, the leading term is not 1, it is 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to use what is known as the AC method. So A in this case is 6 and C is negative 2. So A times C is negative 12. Now, what we need are two numbers that multiply to give us negative 12, but add up to negative 1. The coefficient of the middle term is negative 1. So think about factors of negative 12, and you realize the numbers that we want are negative 4 and 3. Notice that negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So we're going to rewrite the original trinomial. We're going to rewrite that as a 4-term polynomial, that is 6x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Notice that the left-hand sides are equivalent, but we can go further with this left-hand side. We can actually finish the problem. Now what we're going to do is we're going to factor by grouping. So from the first two terms, we can factor out 2x. So we have 2x times the quantity 3x minus 2. You can double check that. If you distribute the 2x, you get 2x times 3x, which is 6x squared. 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. Now the 3x minus 2, those two terms are relatively prime. There is nothing other than 1 that we can factor out, so I'll put a 1 there. So we have 1 times the quantity 3x minus 2. So we did the grouping. Now the common binomial is 3x minus 2, so to finish factoring, we have 3x minus 2 times 2x plus 1 equals 0. So now we're going to use the zero product rule. What we have is something times something equals 0, which means either of these two somethings can be 0. So what I say is 3x minus 2 equals 0, or 2x plus 1 equals 0. So if you solve each of these linear equations for x, you get x is equal to 2/3, or x is equal to negative 1/2. for this first equation, what we did was we added 2 to both sides and then divided both sides by 3. The second equation, we subtracted 1 from both sides and then divided both sides by 2. Now, of course, you can also write the answer as a solution set. So you have curly brackets, -1/2, 2/3. What we're doing here is we're just listing the values of x that satisfy the original equation. So we have our solution, it's a set of values consisting of -1/2 and +2/3.